new Pokedex is upon us with Pokemon Winds and Waves. And of course, over the last couple weeks and months, we have had some Pokedex leaks. We even have a big rumor about the potential number of Pokemon that we will see in the game. And you can see right here from a very reputable leaker saying that it is very real, more than 300, although things can always change. And I've mentioned this before, but this does not include Pokemon with alternate forms like Alcremie, where there's, a ton of different versions of that Pokemon. And it does not include any Pokemon with a new evolution for like an evolution gimmick, if that makes sense, like Mega Evolution where it changes its form. So today we're going to take an updated look at every single Pokemon that we should be getting as far as the new leaks that we do have currently. Now there will be stuff that comes out later down the line, and some of these Pokemon may change or be a little bit different than what we think. And then of course after this we'll talk about some other Pokemon news, so stick around to the end. Of course you have these starter Pokemon, so we're going to start off with Brout. It will definitely be a 3-stage evolution. With Pombon, of course, same exact thing, it's going to be a 3-stage evolution. And guess what? Take a wild guess, Gekwa is also going to have the same kind of thing where it is a 3-stage evolution. We think we may know the typings as well. Brout could be a ground grass, Pombon could be a fire fairy. Gekwa, we've heard a lot of rumors between like water poison or water psychic, which I would like to know what you guys think the starter Pokemon will evolve into as far as the types. Mr. Winniechu and Wavychu. Now here's the thing with these Pokemon. We don't know if these will be an actual Pokemon in the game or not. These could just be something that we saw in the trailer, but if they are actual Pokemon in the game, that would be pretty cool. I could totally see this maybe being something that we get post game where it has the special outfit and they're actually wearing outfits. So for that reason alone, I would say maybe like don't bet on these Pokemon actually being in the game rather than just, Pikachu, because Pikachu was in the trailer, and we're only talking about like the new Pokemon that we currently know about, not like the returning Pokemon, because we have made a video about that before, just as I have talked about this before, but this is just an updated list, right? And another reason why I wanted to make this video for you guys talking about the Pokedex again is because I wanted to play a game with you where we are going to be rating every single Pokemon based on its realistic factor, like the realistic possibility of these actually happening. So definitely stick around to do that with me and let me know your realistic scale in the comments down below based on every single Pokemon we got. And apparently Iwark 2 could be some sort of Onyx form, saying Iwark is Onyx's Japanese name in Romanized form, so the apparent reference to Iwark 2 suggests a branched evolution for Onyx, coming from that one user that did leak a lot of this stuff, or I guess claimed to leak a lot of this stuff from a while ago. And this is my personal opinion. I think the realistic scale is about maybe a 6 out of 10 on this. Onyx is a goat, and I feel like it would be worthy of a new form. Delville is Houndour's Japanese name in Romanized form, so the apparent reference to Delville 2 suggests a branched evolution for Houndour. I would absolutely love to see a Houndour evolution or just something with this Pokemon specifically in this game. I think that'd be so cool. And for the realistic scale of Houndour, I will be giving this one a 6.5 out of 10. And then Yatomori is the Salandit's Japanese name in Romanized form, so it could suggest a evolution for Salandit. A lot of people think this could maybe be like the male evolution of Salandit because we do have the female evolution only, which is Salazzle. So hey, maybe that'd be pretty cool to get another evolution of this Pokemon. And I've definitely heard a lot of people say that they do actually want this. For the new Salandit form, my opinion is honestly, I can see this happening. I'm going to be giving this one an 8.5 out of 10. I could just straight up see this happening. And all this information is coming from PokeOS.com. They're a great website and they have listed all of these things. Not sponsored, of course, but I'm just bringing that up if you guys want to check out this website yourself, because we still have more to talk about. I just wanted to bring this up now because I have not gone through this website to look at these specific code names or these Romanized names of these Pokemon to kind of break it down even further, because there are layers to it, man. There are just many layers to this. Minozu is Dino's Japanese name in Romanized form, so Minozu 3 could be another evolution for Zweilous or Zweilous, one of those Pokemon, man, that I can never pronounce. Maybe I am pronouncing it right though, I don't know. It would be so cool to see a branched evolution for this Pokemon. It's such a cool Pokemon that I feel like doesn't get the love it deserves. For the new branched evolution of Zweilous or Zweilous, whatever, I'm gonna be giving this one honestly another 6 out of 10. One of the original leaks right here, the Sato flying fish that is from all the way back in 97 in a beta build of Gold and Silver that was scrapped. Of course, this one is old. We've talked about this one specifically many times, but I am so down for this one because I love this idea. It's perfect for the region, winds and waves, a flying fish. It's just perfect. The flying fish, honestly, it's coming from Ball Guy, very reputable leaker, and I just think this is not that crazy of one that fits so perfectly well. I low-key would give this probably a 9.5 out of 10 personally. Electric Bat is probably the newest one, I would say. This could be a lot of different things, like a brand new Pokemon, or this even could just be like a regional form of Woobat, or maybe something along the lines with that Pokemon, because there is a specific location on the Winds and Waves map that I believe is called Woobat Tunnel. So I don't know. I mean, I'd prefer a brand new Pokemon over a regional form of that Pokemon. Electric Bat, once again, it is coming from Ball Guy, and we don't have much information other than Electric Bat, which I kind of think helps the situation because of who it's coming from. I'm going to be giving this one an 8 out of 10, just because we don't know if it's actually a new Pokemon or if it's going to be original form, but I kind of trust Ball Guy a lot, so. Okay, so some of the ones I'm going to talk about are not the most reputable / like most verified ones, I guess I would say. These are Pokemon that still make sense and would be just awesome to see in general. So if you guys remember this one, the Maleo bird, pirate bird could still be a thing. Now, what I love about this website is that we have talked about these before. Like, if you guys have been following the channel for a while now, you will know that most of these that we're talking about, we actually have discussed before, but we are getting more new bits of information with every single one of these that this website does break down, like the code names and extra little bits of details that I didn't see in the past. So that's why I was like, yo, I'm sure you guys would love to see this stuff as well, because even like little bits of information, which honestly, we got to get anything we could take nowadays. So that's why I wanted to share this again with you. So let's try to speedrun this. Saying that a Maleo bird is a ground-dwelling bird from Sulawesi placed next to a pirate with a wooden leg, which you can see in this photo. Basically meaning a new pirate bird Pokemon maybe, and I don't think this is referencing Brat, but it could even be a Brat's evolution tease, for all we know. Now, like I said, these ones are from other sources. Pirate bird, I'm going to be personally giving this one a 7.5 out of 10 because I could see it happening. Pirates have a history in Southeast Asia, and I think it's a cool idea, so I think it could happen. A kangaroo Pokemon, specifically a tree kangaroo that lives in trees. Maybe it's suggesting a tree kangaroo Pokemon with fighting style focused on kicks, and that the mountain range may hint at a mountainous habitat, climbing ability, or rocky alpine theme. Like I said, I love that little description because I did not see that before, or like think about that, because the picture of the mountain could tease that this Pokemon is only found on mountains, or maybe, yeah, like it can allow us to climb on mountains or something. There will be mountains within the map in Winds and Waves, so this would make sense. And of course, I mentioned this before, but there is a little bit of Australia in the map. I mean, allegedly from the beta map, it may be scrapped in the final version, but there should originally have been Australia a little bit on the map. Kangaroo, I'm gonna be also giving this one about a 7 out of 10. I feel like if it is gonna be happening, it makes sense because of that Australia part, but I don't know. I would obviously love this to happen though. Komodo Dragon, that is some sort of 3-stage evolution line that some people think this could be the Salazzle Pokemon. Some people think this is a pseudo-legendary or just a new dragon type Komodo Dragon. We've talked about this one, so I don't really go too in detail about this. And my number for the Komodo Dragon is going to probably be about a 7 out of 10. I think it's very fitting for the region, but there are so many unknowns at this one, so that's why I'm giving it that score. The Echidna next to Anna from Overwatch, which I don't think I mentioned. I think I actually got the person wrong or said something else. I can't remember specifically, but just suggesting that this Pokemon and Echidna Pokemon could have like a really long snout for like ranged attacks or something, which I think is a really unique and cool idea. My scale for the Echidna, man, this would be awesome, but I think I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10. And so this is one of those Pokemon, again, that people think could be a regional form, or even maybe it's just wrong. These ones are not verified from the most reputable source ever. So basically, these ones are just kind of like, I don't know, up in the air. I think it's really cool to have another Pokemon with this, but I don't know. I feel like the odds of this one are kind of 50-50. For the Taper, I'm going to be giving this one a 5.5 out of 10, only because we already do have Pokemon based on this animal. So is another one that we've had for a while now that should be one of the more reputable ones, I think. A Sun Tropical Bird is yet another one. So we have a Sun and a Moon Pokemon, which I don't think is any reference to the Alola region at all, even though there are some weird similarities with this game with Sun and Moon, because obviously it's tropical region and stuff. So I just think that's ironic. I don't think that really has anything to do with anything, but these Pokemon, I believe, would be some of the, you know, characters Pokemon, because it says boy and girl. So the rumor is that this is from the new character in the anime, and this we don't know, but maybe it's part of somebody's crew. Moon Rabbit, I think, has a higher chance. We've heard more about this one. I'm going to give this one maybe like a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. For the Tropical Bird, though, I don't know. I'm going to give this one a 6 out of 10. Regional Psyduck is another big one, basically like a complete 3-stage evolution line of new Psyduck forms. Could be like an ice type. I think that'd be pretty sweet. Although Ball Guy one of the most reputable leakers at the moment, does not claim this to be a very reputable one. So, General Psyduck, this one is tough because of the fact that Ball Guy's saying that it does not really have credibility. So, I don't know. I might give this one a 3 out of 10. Potentially a Ninkado line. I am also probably going to go low on this, maybe a 4 out of 10. And of course, the 2 legendary Pokemon, if you want to read the descriptions, you can. So yeah, those are the most reputable ones. And like I said, I know we have talked about these before, but there are just a little bit of additional descriptions for these ones from the PokeOS website that I did want to discuss with you guys, because I think any little bit of information is important nowadays. So this is just one of those things that I will have to keep updating you guys on. But because we already have talked about this, I wanted to put timestamps in this video so you guys can just skip ahead if you don't really care to see that, or if you have already seen these leaks, because like I said, we have talked about them before, but just a little bit of extra detail behind it. I also wanted to bring up maybe more fossil Pokemon could be in this game, but I'm not really sure, because according to Google, Southeast Asia, which is where Winds Waves are taking place, does not actually have a high abundance of dinosaur fossils compared to, China, Mongolia, or North America. But once again, this is a Pokemon game, so like it doesn't have to completely reflect real life where it's based on. So I still think this region would make sense to have some cool dinosaur Pokemon. Definitely just give me like Jurassic Park vibes. So I'm hoping to see some new fossil Mons, and I'm sure you guys are as well. And now every single Pokemon TCG product in August of this year, we will have Series 3 of the First Partner Collection coming out August 7th, which also does include 2 Pokemon TCG packs in there. We also have the Mega Forces 10 available August 28th, so at the end of the month, with Mega Darkrai, Dragonite, and Zeraora. And then we also do have the Ascended Heroes tins apparently coming out August 28th, which is awesome. I've still yet to find this set anywhere. I would love to open some packs though. In other news, we also have Game Freak's new game, Beast of Reincarnation, dropping. So actually, ironically, by the time I post this video, this game is already out. I'm really trying to get ahead of some uploads right now just because it's a crazy week. So if you have played it, let me know how you're feeling about this game, because I'm definitely going to play this game. It seems really interesting. This just seems like a really big game for Game Freak, so I'm really curious to see how it is. And early impressions currently are saying that it has some, performance issues with frame rate drops. So I'm wondering if you have played it, are you experiencing these issues? And as well as that, we have Pokopia DLC news with the Bubbly Basin DLC. So apparently we have more Pokemon spotted within this DLC, being Bruxish, Wiglet, Barboached, Marini, and Whiscash. I'm hyped for the DLC. It's going to get me to probably put in a lot of more hours into this game on top of the hours that I'm still putting into it. And also shout out to my boy Brout up in the Discord server, one of the goats. Thank you so much for the support, bro. Some Pokemon Go news: the Summer Marathon Arctic Embers event is now starting to roll out, and it's going to be from August 4th to August 10th. So some Pokemon Go news. Your boy personally has been getting really into Pokemon Go again. Anyway, do believe that is all today. So guys, I also want to ask you, do you want me to report on more of the other Pokemon news in general that we do get, like encompassing all things Pokemon, basically like the leaks, and on top of that talk about new Pokemon TCG stuff or new Lego sets, because the new wave of the new Pokemon sets have dropped as well, which is pretty cool, starting August 1st, of a couple brand new sets. Yo, the Mewtwo, I don't remember seeing the Mewtwo one. So I'm wondering if you guys want me to talk more about that stuff, because I feel like recently we have been focusing a lot on the leaks and the rumors and stuff. So let me know if you want to see some more additional content on top of the leaks and the rumors, because I still will do that stuff. But anyway, hope you guys have a fantastic day. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you're real and watching this far in the video, comment down below your favorite animal of all time. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.